Good evening, viewers. You're now watching Hornbill TV's Northeast Express. The Assam unit of the BJP staged a massive protest in Guwahati on Thursday, terming it a Mahila Akrosh, which means women outreach, a demonstration against the INDIA alliance over the women's reservation bill. The protest saw the participation of Assam BJP President Dilip Saikia, MP Bijuli Kalita Medhi, Finance Minister Ajanta Nyok, along with several senior women leaders. Thousands of BJP workers and supporters from different parts of Assam joined the demonstration, where BJP worker Ankita Datta addressing the gathering said that even after more than 75 years of independence, women in India continue to struggle for equal rights. She questioned why women have historically been deprived of political representation and expressed hope following the introduction of the reservation initiative in 2023 by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. She further alleged that April 17, 2026 was a black day for women, accusing opposition parties under the INDI alliance of voting against the interests of women. She demanded 33% reservation for women in the Lok Sabha, state legislative assemblies and the upper house.
আজি যদি মহিলা কমি নাযায় তেতিয়াহ'লে দেশৰ উন্নতি নহয়। আজি যদি মহিলাই জন্ম দিয়া সন্তান নহয় পুনৰ মহিলাকে শিক্ষা হ'ব। সেইকাৰণে মহিলাসকল যদি জন্ম হয় বেয়া পাব নালাগিব, ল'ৰাৰ লগত সমানে তেওঁ লালন যিসকলে মহিলাৰ বিৰুদ্ধে মাত কৰিছে, যিসকলে মহিলাৰ বিৰুদ্ধে ভোট বছৰ ধৰি এই আৰু আমি জীবনরে ইতিহাসকে পড়তে
बीजेपी जल्दबाजी नहीं कर रहा, बीजेपी प्रक्रिया में काम कर रहा है। जो 81 आप देखेंगे, आर्टिकल 81 जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का पढ़िए, आर्टिकल 82 पढ़िए, वो बताता है कि लागू करना ज़रूरी है, इसलिए मोदी जी लागू कर रहे हैं। लेकिन लागू करने के लिए डिलिमिटेशन ज़रूरी है, तो डिलिमिटेशन से सीट बढ़ेगा। लेकिन तकलीफ किसको हो रहा है? कांग्रेस को, क्योंकि गांधी फैमिली की तो उनकी अवस्था खराब हो जाएगी। अब उनको लगता है कि सिर्फ सोनिया गांधी पार्लियामेंट में बैठेंगी, सिर्फ प्रियंका गांधी पार्लियामेंट में बैठेंगी और कोई नहीं। लेकिन अब भारत की महिला रेडी हो चुकी है, भारत की महिला का कैपेसिटी अच्छा बढ़ गया है, पढ़ी लिखी है, उनका आवाज़ बुलंद है, वो पार्लियामेंट विधानसभा में जाके देश चला सकती हैं। इसलिए हम यहाँ खड़े हैं, क्योंकि हम कांग्रेस और उसके जितने भी अलायंस हैं उनका विरोध कर रहे हैं। हमारे अंदर आक्रोश है, हमारे अंदर गुस्सा है। राहुल गांधी, सोनिया गांधी, प्रियंका गांधी, कांग्रेस हमेशा से महिला विरोधी रहे हैं। देश विरोधी तो थे ही वो लोग, महिला विरोधी हैं, नहीं तो ऑपरेशन सिंदूर का कभी विरोध नहीं करते वो लोग।
As you have seen today, it's been more than 75 years of independence, but the women, we are still fighting for our rights. Whether it is society, whether it is parliament, we have equal rights as men. But why we are always deprived? All these years of independence, the government who was in power, they never thought of us. They never thought that why women should be given the reservation. We saw a hope of ray when in 2023, our Honorable Prime Minister Modi sir came up with this Nari Bandhan Adhiniyam. We had hopes, yes, now we will also get our rights in Vidhan Sabha and in Lok Sabha. But again, when 2026, 17th April, it's a black day for us. It's a black day for all women. All the India Alliance, the opposition party, they voted against us. Why? Why did you vote against us? What do you think? We do not have the skill, the power or the capability. So we want to know why did they deprive us from this reservation? Through you, on behalf of all the women standing here, I demand 33% reservation for women in upper house, in Vidhan Sabha and in Lok Sabha.
एक देश निर्माण में महिला का महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका होता है, लेकिन हमेशा ही महिला को पीछे रखा जाता है। आज 21वीं सदी में हम लोग अगर आगे नहीं जाएंगे, सिर्फ हम मीटिंग में एक गमछा पहनाना और हाथ ताली बजाने के लिए नहीं है, क्योंकि महिला देश भी चलाती है, महिला महाकाश यान भी उड़ाती है और महिला घर भी संभालती है, बच्चों को भी संभालते हैं, सबको संभालते हैं। तो हम अपना हक के लिए, क्योंकि बोलते हैं ना कि बच्चा अगर नहीं रोएंगे तो माँ दूध नहीं देती, तो हम भी अपना हक के लिए जहाँ तक जाना पड़े, जहाँ तक आंदोलन करना पड़े हम करेंगे, क्योंकि हमको जो 33% रिजर्वेशन है वो चाहिए। आज हर इंसान मतलब हर दल संगठन को यहाँ में शामिल होना चाहिए था। कांग्रेस ने जो भूमिका अपनाया वो हम लोग नहीं सहेंगे, यही मेरा।
A 30-year-old youth was injured after being shot during reported firing at Sinakethe village on April 22nd, even as villagers allege continued armed attacks and inadequate intervention by security forces. According to a statement issued by the media cell of Sinakethe Village Authority, the incident occurred at around 4 p.m. local time when the youth identified as Chinangam Rungsung sustained a bullet injury to his right heel. The statement alleged that the firing was carried out by suspected Kuki militants from a bunker located at Lungter Hill. The village authority further claimed that heavy gunfire resumed at around 8:30 p.m. on the same day and continued till the morning of April 23rd, creating panic among residents. It alleged that Sinakethe, a Tangkul Naga village, has been under sustained armed attack over 2 months, with armed groups reportedly establishing bunkers and fortified positions across the Lungter Hill range. The statement also raised concerns over the response of security forces, stating that despite deployment of army and regular patrols, firing incidents and alleged encroachment have continued. Villagers claim that while they have largely maintained restraints, the situation on the ground remains tense with recurring threats to civilian life and property. Further, the village authority questioned the effectiveness and consistency of enforcement by security forces, alleging that firing incidents continue despite warning issued against initiating hostilities. It also highlighted fears among the residents, stating that bullets have reportedly reached residential areas, causing damage and injuries, contradicting claims that firing originates from beyond effective range. The statement described the situation as border security and humanitarian concern, asserting that villagers are living under constant threat and facing challenges to their safety and livelihood. While reiterating that the villagers do not seek escalation, the authority stressed that the need for adequate protection, restoration of normalcy and safeguarding of civilian lives and property. There was no immediate response from security forces regarding the allegation at the time of filing this report. Members of the Rongmai Naga community, including a large number of women, staged a protest near Khumnam Lampak main stadium on Thursday morning, voicing strong dissatisfaction over the prevailing situation in Manipur and demanding peace and justice. Speaking to media persons, Hauren Lu Kamai of Namduring village near Khumnam Lampak said that the protest was against the prolonged unrest in the state over the past 2-3 years, marked by repeated incidents of violence and loss of lives. A Rongmai women protester, speaking on behalf of women participants, strongly condemned the recent incidents of violence, terming them uncivilized and unethical, highlighting the shared impact of the crisis. She said all communities, Meitei, Naga and Kuki, are equally affected. She further informed that the protest saw participation of Rongmai women from different localities, including Nambom Nang, Naga and Namdulong area. The protest underscores growing concerns among Rongmai civil society, particularly women, over the continuing unrest and the need for immediate steps to restore normalcy in the state.
Your name, please?
My name is Haureilu Kame. This is Namdulong village located near this Kumalampak main stadium.
And what is this protest all about?
This protest is about the recent upheaval that has occurred in Manipur for the past 2-3 years. So many violence, so many untoward incidents have happened recently, and we are deeply saddened and anguished by the fallout of this present scenario of this life being threatened and being killed, life and property that has been damaged, and so many unethical things that have been happened in Manipur.
So what you want to say to the government?
This is a political issue, so it needs a strong political will. And I would like to say that the present government, not only the Manipur government, but mainly the central government, is sitting like a fence sitter. So they need a political will. It is a political dialogue is being needed. I strongly condemn, not only me, but I on behalf of the Women's Society in Namdulong, condemn this strong act of violence that has happened recently. This is not, this is a very uncivilized act. This is unethical also, to a sense.
So what are you people demanding at the moment?
We demand peace and justice. Manipur had been suffering a lot since the past 2-3 years. So many political unrest is also there. We are sailing on the same boat. This is an ethnic problem. So the Meiteis, the Nagas and the Kukis, we are sailing on the same boat. If the Nagas is suffered, then Meitei also suffered. So there's no area where only one type of, this group can survive. So we are sailing on the same boat and we need peace.
So who are the people participating in today's protest?
We are the Rongmei women from Naga group. Rongmei women from Namdulong village. This is in the center of Imphal only, in the heart town of Imphal East only.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
We'll now take a short break. Stay tuned.
Are you looking for an eco-friendly school with well-equipped teachers, good structure, good library, free development skills, and not just that, a school with good sports facilities? I have the right school for you.
Cornerstone High Secondary School, located in Duncan Basti, Dimapur, is an eco-friendly school that provides several facilities and opportunities for the holistic growth of their students. Its campus's facilities and services includes building, hostel, library, laboratory, canteen, games and sports, etc. The school has also announced a special offer for the scholastic year of 2026.
Welcome back, viewers. Heading on to the next news, where BJP Manipur Pradesh on Thursday paid rich tributes to the martyrs of the Anglo-Manipur War of 1891 on the occasion of Khongjom Day. The observation was held at the party state office at Nityai Pat Chutek, Imphal, where BJP State President A. Sharda Devi along with party leaders and workers offered homage to the brave forefathers who sacrificed their lives defending the sovereignty and honour of Manipur. Speaking on the occasion, A. Sharda Devi said the program was organized to remember and honour the heroes who laid down their lives for the state and the nation. Party leaders also recalled the significance of the Battle of Khongjom, describing it as a defining moment in Manipur's history where warriors fought valiantly despite overwhelming odds.
So आज हम भारतीय जनता पार्टी 135 डेज का जो खोंगजोम डे ऑब्जर्वेशन मना रहे हैं, जो हम इसलिए मना रहे हैं कि हमारे जितने भी हीरोज अपने राज्य के लिए, अपने कंट्री के लिए जो जान तक भी दिया है, उन लोगों को हमने याद किया और हम लोगों ने उन लोगों को समर्पण किया लॉरेंस ट्रिब्यूट्स की, क्योंकि हम अपने हीरोज जो लोग हैं उन लोगों ने अपने राष्ट्र के लिए, अपने राज्य के लिए, जो मणिपुर के लिए जो काम किए हैं, तो हम भी उसके फुटप्रिंट में जा सकने का जो हम प्रयास कर रहे हैं। हमारे सपना है कि हम भी उन लोगों की तरह अपने मणिपुर के लिए काम कर सके। और ये इतना हमारी मणिपुर की जनता को ये मैसेज देना चाहती हूँ कि हम अपने दिल खोल के, हम एक साथ जोड़ के, एक साथ मिल के अपने राज्य के लिए, अपने मणिपुर के लिए एक साथ काम करना चाहिए और अपने दिल पूरा खोल के एक न एक किसी को जान के काम करना है। इतना ही मैसेज में आप सबको देना चाहती हूँ।
Kongjom Day was observed across Manipur on Thursday, marking the 135th anniversary of the historic Anglo-Manipur War of 1891, with Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalla, Chief Minister Y. Khemchand Singh and people from all walks of life paying rich tributes to the martyrs. The main observation or the observance was held at the Kongjom War Memorial Complex at Kebaching, where the Governor, Chief Minister, ministers, MLA, senior officials and a large number of people offered floral tributes to the war heroes, including Major Pauna Brajabashi. A ceremonial program was held in honor of the martyrs, with a contingent of Manipur Rifles presenting Guard of Honor, General Salute, reverse arms, sounding of the last pose, 2-minute silence, slope arms and order arms. Tarpan was also offered at the Kongjom River. In his message, Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalla said Kongjom Day symbolizes the indomitable courage, patriotism and unwavering spirit of the forefathers who fought valiantly to safeguard the sovereignty and honor of Manipur. He said their supreme sacrifice continues to inspire and remind people of the value of freedom and dignity. He called upon the people to reaffirm their commitment to uphold the ideals of the martyrs and to work collectively towards unity, peace and development. Chief Minister Y. Khemchand Singh, who presided over the observance, paid heartfelt tribute to Major Pauna Brajashi and all heroes of the Anglo-Manipur War. He said their valor, unwavering courage and supreme sacrifice, even in the face of certain defeat, continue to inspire generations and strengthen to resolve to uphold patriotism and unity. The Battle of Kongjom, regarded as the decisive battle of the Anglo-Manipur War, witnessed fierce resistance by Manipuri warriors against the British forces. Despite heavy odds, the warriors fought till their last breath, leaving behind a legacy of courage and sacrifice that continues to inspire generations. Leader of opposition in Tripura and CPIM State Secretary Jitendra Chaudhary on Wednesday criticized Chief Minister Manik Saha over his remarks linking recent violence to the left and demanded a comprehensive probe into incidents of post-poll unrest in the state. Chaudhary alleged that repeated instances of violence have followed major elections since the BJP came to power in 2018 and held the state government accountable for failing to prevent such incidents. He claimed that houses, rubber plantation and business establishments belonging to opposition supporters were targeted during this period, leading to significant losses. He demanded that those involved in violent activities be identified and arrested irrespective of political affiliation, and that compensation and relief be provided to affected families.
हाँ, বিভিন্ন মহল থেকে আমাকে বারবার জিজ্ঞেস করা হচ্ছে গত 17 এপ্রিল এডিসি নির্বাচনের ফল প্রকাশের পর যে নির্বাচনোত্তর সন্ত্রাস হচ্ছে এবং এই সন্ত্রাসে শাসক দল তথা ভারতীয় জনতা পার্টির সভ্য সমর্থকরা তারা মার খাচ্ছেন, তাদের বিভিন্ন ত্রাণ শিবিরে সেখানে আশ্রয় নিতে হচ্ছে এবং সরকারের তরফ থেকে তড়িঘড়ি যারা এইভাবে বাড়িঘর ছাড়া হয়েছেন, যাদের বাড়িঘর পুড়িয়ে দেওয়া হয়েছে বা ভেঙে দেওয়া হয়েছে, অন্যান্যভাবে ক্ষতিগ্রস্ত করা হয়েছে, সরকার তাদের জন্য একটা আর্থিক সাহায্য ঘোষণা করেছেন। এ সম্পর্কে আমাদের মন্তব্য কী? তারপর এটাও এখন অনেকে জিজ্ঞেস করছেন বা আমি নিজেও শুনছি যে রাজ্যের শাসক দলের বড় কর্তারা, রাজ্যের মাননীয় মুখ্যমন্ত্রী এবং বিজেপি দলের সভাপতি, তারা এই সমস্ত বিভিন্ন শিবিরগুলো পরিদর্শন করে সেখানে সাংবাদিকদের বলছেন একদিক থেকে যে না, আইনের পথে চলবে, এভাবে সন্ত্রাস করতে দেওয়া হবে না। আর সেই কথার পিঠে লাগিয়ে দিচ্ছেন যে টিপরামথা দল, যাদের বিরুদ্ধে অভিযোগ, তারা নাকি অতীতে বামপন্থী তথা সিপিএমদের কাছ থেকে এই ধরনের কার্যকলাপ বা সন্ত্রাসী অভ্যাস এগুলি রপ্ত করে এখন বিজেপির উপর প্রয়োগ করছে। আমি এই কথাগুলো উত্তরে বলতে চাই, ইতিমধ্যে আমাদের পার্টির তরফ থেকে আমরা বলেছি অর্থহীনভাবে নির্বাচনোত্তর যে সন্ত্রাস বা নির্বাচনের পূর্বেও যাওয়া হয়েছে, আমরা এর নিন্দা করি, আমরা সমর্থন করি না। এতে কারা আক্রান্ত হলেন, কারা ক্ষতিগ্রস্ত হলেন, এটা দেখার বিষয় নয়। এটা কোনো পক্ষের তরফ থেকেই অন্য কোনো পক্ষের উপরে এরকম আক্রমণ করা, এটা সবসময়ই গর্হিত, অগণতান্ত্রিক এবং জঘন্য অপরাধ। আমরা এর নিন্দা জানাই এবং অচিরেই এটা বন্ধ হোক। টিপরামথা দল, যাদের বিরুদ্ধে অভিযোগ, তাদের নেতৃত্বের তরফ থেকে কিছু একটা এই হালকা এরকম একটা মন্তব্য করে দিলে হবে না, এ হাঙ্গামা বন্ধ করো, শান্তি কায়েম করো, এটা বললে হবে না। যে কোনো দলে হোক, তাদের নেতৃত্ব, তাদের মাঠে যেতে হবে, নিচু তলায় কর্মীদেরকে বিরত করতে হবে।
That's all for now. Thank you for watching Hornbill TV.